out to do, and you're trying, and you think to yourself, okay, if I put more hours in, it's gonna jump. And you're like, no, it didn't. And you're just like scratching your head, and then there's something happens, and it jumps up. And when the jump happens, it's not normally a technique, it was a mindset shift. And that's what I want to share with you guys today is like the valuable ones that I've learned throughout the years that if I look back at any kind of jump into business, that's what happens is there was a mindset shift, okay? And I want to share with you guys today because I feel that if you guys take at least one of them, like one of these can get you your goal. I honestly believe that just one of these, if we drill it deep enough in this workshop, that's all you need. That's the seed that needs to be planted for you guys to reach your goals. Period. I mean, everything else, yeah, will come from the techniques and whatnot, but this is the driving force for you guys. So one of them was okay. The principle of difficult and easy. And this is something that's been a lesson that's been thrown at me for years. Okay? Is somewhere along the road, somebody taught us, whether it's our parents, society, school, programming, whatever, the success or the path to success or getting what you want requires a lot of hard work. It takes a long time, it's difficult. Okay? So what ends up happening is here's Vicky. Let me do that. I don't know if I can do the highlights real quick. It's pretty hard to get rid of. It's alright. So my intention is hopefully by putting it here, like, it kind of seeps into her subconscious mind a little bit, and by the night she'd be like, damn, all over. I got $10,000 in sales and I just closed. I give them a discount, it's $3,000.
No discounts.
See, I got to go where I am because I have amazing drawing skills. So that's me, okay? And here is the trophy that she wants, right? Trophy. So here's what happens. Society has programmed you, your belief system, that in order to get that trophy, here's what you do. Let me go around in circles. I get too close up, let's go around and back. And it takes you a long time before you actually, because that's your belief system, it takes a long time for you to even actually get there. And you never really get there, you're just floating around. Because in your okay, and I'm going to prove to you, how long do you think normally your parents are taught you, how long does it take to be successful in business and in life?
Years.
Years? What do you have to do? How many hours do you have to work?
All day and all night.
All day, all night? Really? Is it blood, sweat, and tears?
Yeah.
Is it painful?
Dreadfully.
Dreadfully. Okay. So what do you think happens when Vicky has a client who's like, hey, Vicky, 10,000. She's like, she's gonna look at her system and she'll be like, that happened in 30 minutes. Oh man, I'm not dreadful, so let me try to lose the sales. So I'll be dreadful. So let me try to get it. You try, because the thing is, you're gonna make it happen based on your model of the world. So if your model of the world is success is long, takes a long time, it's dreadful, work day and night, and it involves pain, then that's exactly what you're gonna do. So it's not a matter of strategy and techniques, because we can give you all the strategies and techniques that you can ever get. But in reality, what I've learned a long time ago is you just walk to it and you can get it. My mentality is if I want something, I can get the result, I can get it in the next 24 hours, 48 hours. That's my mentality. Success is not long, it's now. I can do it now. And just out of curiosity, how many of you guys have had that experience where you had that shift of mentality of like, you know what, this doesn't take long, I can do it today, or in a week, and you guys got it business-wise? Just curious. You were pretty fast, Karen. Like what? Because that's really what the big thing was, that mindset shift, right? Like,
it was the first conversation, and I can't remember what she said, but it was like, it's similar to it can be now. And I think one of the things will go back to your, I don't know if you call past clients, but when I'm fine, the other day, blah, 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 and never told them again.
Right.
So they're quiet, don't you? We'll go to Chicago. I think we're going to Chicago. She's like, oh my goodness, Karen. Bam, bam, bam. So in 10 days, it was nuts. So with that mindset shift of, it can be 10 minutes from now.
exactly.
Right? Before I was planning it, okay, 3 months idle, blah, 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 but no, it is now.
Yeah, and that's a big thing for you. Success is now. It doesn't take, and that's the big thing, because you gotta, and the thing is with any kind of new belief, you gotta see, okay, and I'm gonna challenge you. Your parents, are you living the life you want to live now? Looking at where you are now, is that your goal? Financially?
Yeah.
You get to where you want to go?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's one thing, is but do you want to take the road that they took to get there?
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's one of the things, is when I'm taking advice, I'm very careful. Because I want to see, not only is this person, it's deceiving. There's a lot of ways to get to $1 million, but some people take 30 years to do it, and then by the time they're there, they miss out on everything. They're like, oh, I'm planning for retirement, but by the time they're retired, they're like, I just want to, like, you know, they're just like, they can't even enjoy it anymore. Because they spend so much of their time just like building up a lot of dread, and it's like, so the thing is, not only, I don't look at the result, I look at, are they doing it in a way where I want to do it? Because if it's not, I love them, but I just don't take on any of their mentality or their mindset or their techniques, because it's not going to serve you. So a lot of this is learning that way of thinking isn't. That's one. And second is look around you and figuring out, are there people that are doing it easier and faster? Okay, so Greg, I'm kind of curious, was there a time where your income jumped based on just a belief? Like deal size or?
Yeah. I kind of had a breakthrough by selling people consulting services way back. I could put together this, and so I jumped on the phone with a client in 10 minutes, say he's in for 25,000, this would have been 1999.
What was it before that? What was it for like?
I mean, I was taking it in somebody doing $1,000, $2,000. I just sold a company for a lot of money, but I was trying to get into how I get into start with the business broker thing, and how do I start doing a little bit of consulting for people. So I was just taking anything, trying to figure out figure out what model I had. But yeah, once I got that mindset jump, I realized, oh my gosh, people just work out. Now I'm like, man, there's so many people out here that want this, and I can spend a lot of time with you.
Right.
I don't say that, but I don't follow up much. I might see one email. Let me know if you're ready. I'll be here. I know everything. So once I start generating leads from my sources, yeah, I got more leads than I can anyway.
Right.
I just gotta figure out how to not need a guy on the phone all day. I gotta get more people involved.
So this guy hates the 10-minute calls. For Vicky, she's like, but I'm spending an hour and a half with them. They're not buying. Him's like,
You'd be probably
10
gonna
minutes.
cut it down.
What was it now?
20 minutes.
20 minutes. Yeah, getting there. 20 minutes. So 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and it's when you made a mindset shift, how long did it take? So the income showed that, reflected that.
I started playing with this more aggressively in 2008, 2007. I got a business partner to help me with the systems of the company, and then I went off and did it halfway in the next couple of weeks.
So idea.
What was I was like? Yeah.
So what about the first sale? Because the thing is, it jumped in price, right?
Yeah.
From the mindset shift to the first sale, what's the time
It
frame?
was $25,000 I did for one client because we were doing video games. We were selling video games online. We had this really cool model that we just town out games. We were shipping 1,000 games a day out the door. Client said, hey man, how can I jump in on that game? We'll build you an eBay store. We'll do the same thing. We're just eBay stores. We go.
Sure.
So then 2 months later, something else brought it up, and eventually I'm like, oh, this thing's valuable. So it was $135,000. That included some inventory as well. So it wasn't hard to get.
Right.
For clients to do my I did a week, but eventually I did.
See, so I want you guys to link this. Yeah, is a lot of the times you get a mind. So the income is you get a mindset shift, you act on it, and it's really pretty fast. Normally 24 hours or 7 days, you're going to see a massive difference in the result. That's all. That's 7 days. That's long. By the way, in my time, that's long. If it takes more than 24 to 48 hours, it's dreadful. It's very dreadful. I start getting pretty antsy. If it's 24 to 48 hours, I'm like, success is taking way too long.
Yeah.
And that's the mentality. And that, again, a lot of the people I know are like that.
I would say every time I've had a shift in finances, it's always been mindset. And that includes going down. I've been doing this for a long time, of sorts. And when I see,
Yep.
it's because I realize I got
So if you shift down,
crap in my head, it's just blinding me out.
You're talking to the
constant mindset, man.
Yeah.
so
Dreadful.
So it's very, again, I want to immerse you guys all in this mindset because it's one of the things where it can happen fast. That's one of my beliefs is that it can happen today. I honestly believe, actually, last time that we're here, I mean, it's pretty funny, last time we were here, we didn't say within 4 hours. Like, people were making 8 to 25,000 in 4 hours. And it's my belief too, that everybody in here, like, you guys can make 8, 10, 20, 30, 100 in a day. Here, while you guys are here. It's my belief because I've seen it happen. The first time I did it, like, in 3 days, back in August, the entire room collectively made over 400,000. And that wasn't even that was like in the second half day. I was like, oh, let's try this. In second and half, third day, within less than a day and a half, they pulled that in. So how's that possible? Think about it. How's that possible that a room, people that didn't think they had money on the table to collect, within a day and a half pulled that in? Do you guys think it's skill, or do you think it's belief? Okay, and that's the leverage. And what I'm working on right now is kind of like, if you have a card, if you're driving or whatever, the leverage point in the card is the key. Without the key, that 2,000 pound beast you're driving is not going to get anywhere. Just that. All it's a small thing, turn it on. If you're driving Robert's car, you just push it. That's it, you can drive. That's it. I had a business back in 2012, it was a consulting business, and it was doing like $100,000 a month, and we were selling people one thing on the front end, we were selling them one thing. And I remember I was like, how can we double or triple this business and stuff like that? I was like, okay, why don't we upsell them something within 7 days? Because the thing, when it comes to upselling and stuff, my rule of thumb is, here's another thing, a lot of people think, how many people here think that you need to wait a long time before you upsell somebody?
No,
If they just pay you 10,000 or 25,000, you do it a long time. Long time, anybody have a belief? Aaron, okay, perfect. I know you're silent, you're not in there. So, here's the thing, my belief is this, people will pay for you if you provide the value. So it's not about short time frame, it's about people will buy again for you if you get them the value. So in my time, with that said, how can you deliver the most amount of value in the shortest amount of time? Because when you do, they will buy. It's not a shortcut, but it's just, you're compressing time frame. So what I did was, I was like, okay, 7 days, the first few days of the 7 days, we're just going to coach them, give them a lot of stuff. And on day 4 and 5, we're going to try to upsell them something. That was the goal, is okay, upsell them. So I remember we put together a package, and the first package we put together was 5,000. I'm a big fan of having three different price points. It was 5,000, 2,500, and I think it was, back then I was thinking like Vicky, so I had $500. I had a Vicky mindset in me, I couldn't, like, it was still there. So I can empathize with it.
That would say 300 then.
I can empathize with it because was he Asian, remember?
Yeah.
500.
Asian parents.
Asian parents, exactly.
Work
So
hard.
500. So I remember we were on the phone and we did this, and people were like, yeah, you know what, I can't do the 5,000, I'll do the 2,500. We got a few people like, yeah, I'll do the highest package, 5,000. And I'm like, okay, cool. And the next day we I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. We just added, forgot what it was, $20,000 or $30,000 in the first few days, but having this, I'm like, let's double everything. So next day I went on and I doubled everything. I was like, 10,000, 5,000, and 2,500. I doubled it. The next day, exact same thing, but and here's the thing, okay, if nothing else, the number one skill that I've learned in doing this is saying the price with a straight face. That's it. If you're looking for the skill, that's it. If you can say the price nonchalantly, like you don't care, and by the way, I had to work on this. Like I had to do, here's how I would do it in the past. Like I realized that sometimes your body language, the way you're sitting and what you're doing, will affect how you say the price. Because the most important thing is the price. Some people are like, yeah, so it's $300. Like they have intonations and they're not sure, and and they keep talking and they're like kind of justify it. And people are like, why are they justifying it? In their mind, they're like, it's cheap, and they don't believe in it themselves. So for me, I'm like, it's all about how you say it. It's about saying it's only 10,000 or it's only 30,000. I knew that was the skill. A lot of people build it up, but that's the one moment that counts. It's like saying it and then shutting up, but you say it, you're saying it with complete confidence. So there came a time where I was like overworking this, where I would be lying down on the floor, stretched out, like really, really relaxed, and like doing deep breaths and stuff. And like, yep, it's only 10,000, and like really being relaxed. And there were times where like I would be eating like a banana or cereal, and just so I can be like, I'll be mute, but I'll be eating, so I can be like, feel like I'm just having a casual conversation, and be like, yep, it's 10,000, and that's it. And it would work because I was calm, I was collected, I was confident. And a lot of people, they're just nervous, they're all over the place, and their body language and their mentality is not conducive to selling. So for me, I knew that. So I knew the only thing I had to work on was the price. So every single time I would do this, I'm like, okay, you gotta do the right mindset. So the next day, double everything. It's like 10,000, 5,000, 2,500. And same thing, people were like, Oliver, I can't really get the top package, so I'll just go with the middle one. And I had to go over like, Oliver, I'll just do the top one, because I don't want to, I want to go all in, so I'll do the top one. I'm like, I had a moment where, I still had the dicky, but I didn't verbalize it. It was mental now. It was like, are you gonna buy? Are you sure? But I was like, I was answering it in my head. I was like, yep. Do you want to buy? I was like, okay, cool. And I learned how to say, all right. Do you want to do Visa or Mastercard? Do you want to do PayPal? I just learned how to ask questions. Cool. Wire or PayPal? Wire. And I was like, okay, awesome. So I just learned how to just have the conversation instead of verbalizing it. It was all in my head, and I was answering it as it was going. So I felt like, okay, they're okay with it. So I was like, all right, how can I stretch myself out of my comfort zone? I was like, all right, cool. Next day I doubled it again. I was like 25,000. It was 10,000, and it was 5,000. I did that. And the same thing, people were like, Oliver, I really wanted the platinum package, but I'm really, really strapped for cash. I'm just going to do the middle one, 10,000. Or, man, yeah, you know what? I've been doing this for a while. Why not? Let me just go to the top one. Because, I'm really serious. And I'm like, really? So what ended up happening is I did this experiment for about 7 days, and it got up to a point where it was actually 100,000, 50, 25,000, 10,000, and then all the way down to 5,000, I remember. And that was my comfort zone. And yeah, there's a lot of people that were like, yep, I can't do 100, but I can do 25. I can do it now or whatever. And like overnight, like that month, like when we added another 80,000 to the business, just adding one product, doing it this way. But honestly, at that time, that was all my mindset could take. I probably could have gone, hey, there's 250, there's 100, and people there would have been like, yeah, I can't do the top, I can do the middle, because that's what they do. If you think about it, if you give them options, they can be like, yeah, I'm normally a middle kind of person. I'm pretty conservative, so I don't want to. I'll just do the middle. A lot of it's perception, and a lot of them matter what you do. They'll pick the lowest. So if the lowest that I had was 5 or 2,500, and that was what I wanted to get anyway, I still win. So for me, this is all in, like, if you look at this stuff, how much of this do you think is actual skill versus me working on my internal mindset of how much I thought I could charge? All this is me working on being able to say the price with a straight face. That's all that was required. It wasn't anything extravagant. It was just being able to charge. And you know what? That was my barrier back then. But that's how easy it is. That's how I did it in a week time, and I pretty much, this is all I worked on. Yeah.
Through each iteration of your pricing packages, how much time did it take you to go from the first iteration all the way down to your ultra highest package?
Actually, mine was actually, I switched it up because I have a rule of thumb that I never sell somebody the same way I sold them the first time. You gotta switch it up. It's kind of like if you're playing cards with somebody in your game and they know what your cards are beforehand, you're gonna lose, right? So for me, it's switching it up. So for this one, the first time that they had purchased something, it was they watched the webinar, they got on the phone, and we sold them on the phone. The second time that we did it was when they had bought, we had delivered a lot of tutorials for them, like hours or two of things that they had to watch. They got on the phone with a coach. It wasn't even me. It was a coach that we had that was helping them with it, a traffic specialist. And we didn't even say the price. We would say, oh, we have a couple of packages that you want. I sent them to a website that had 3 different things they can choose from. I didn't even explain it, because the first time we did it, we explained the pricing. The second time, we're just like, oh, are you in the website? Oh, you see we have options A, B, or C? Oh, which one works best for you? Oh, we did. So we switched it up a little bit. And a lot of this is going to be switching up the way you do things, because, again, it's like, do things that they don't expect. But the things that you know how to, if they know what to expect, here's the thing, they know what to expect, and then they know how to reject. That's my mindset, is they know what you're going to do. You're going to have a script, because everybody that you talk to, you think you have a system for selling? Like, people are like, oh yeah, I have a system that I have for selling. Ask this, and that, and ask for the sale, right? Everybody you talk to has a system for not buying. Everybody, and I'm sure Vicky has heard it. Like, they have a system where it's like, yeah, let me think about it. Like, they have a system, it's planned, and they've been so good at it because they've been doing it for years. So unless you have a better system, they're going to sell you the reason why they can't buy. And that's how it always is. So for me, it's like, for this one, it was pretty simple. Like, it was a coaching call, and at the end, sent them to a website that had 4 or 5 different price points, and asked them which one do you like. It was a very low key, like, which one works for you the best. Very, very simple. And again, we just switched it up a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I kind of have a follow-up question about how did you have to change your marketing efforts to repel?
We did everything was the same except for the price. So I did everything the same except for I just changed the price. That's all I did. Nothing was different.
So it was purely an internal thing.
Purely an internal thing.
And what?
All the practices that I was doing was being confident in saying price. That's all I was doing. For like 30 minutes, I'd be like, only 100,000. It's only, inside I was like, oh shit. And you know, battle is like, only, so a lot of it is just a repetition. And for me, like, it was, when I was saying the price, I was really, really nervous. Don't get me wrong. Like, you would be like, if you heard my internal talk, and my internal emotions, it was like pure nervousness and anxiety. But the way it was delivered, it was like, wow, I'm only getting for 100. The way it was delivered, like, wow, this is a good deal. So a lot of it is just delivering the presentation and stuff.
Wow, thank you. What were you selling exactly? Was it coaching or W services?
It was advertising pack. So it was just like, do you want 100,000 people visiting your site? You want 100,000 clicks? You want 50,000 clicks? So a lot of it was advertising that we were selling, like, and
That's awesome.
and it worked. Like, it worked like a charm, like, and you could probably do that. I bet if your clients right now, if you make $5,000 a month, your lowest one, instead of it being the only one, they'd be like, Jeff, I don't think I can do 25,000 a month. But, I think I can do 10. Because in their mind, they don't want to be because people have identities of what kind of buyer they are. They're either cheap, conservative, middle, or high end. So all you have to do is structure it, and people will sell a point based on what you present them. So they may be like, yeah, part of them they can only afford 5, and they maybe can do 10, but in their mind, they don't want to be cheap. So they'd be like, yeah, you know what? I'm conservative, so let me go with your 10, Jeff, because I'm not really, I don't really go all in right away, but I'm not cheap either, so let me go with your 10. So a lot of it, they're gonna make a buying decision based on their self-identity. So a lot of my call is just figuring out where are they in their, how do they see themselves, and then presenting an opportunity where they can self-select based on their own identity. And we can talk about that. Actually, a lot of what I'll do in this workshop is talk about like basic and very advanced level selling. Where advanced level selling, like, it's not even what I say. A lot of it is, it's custom to somebody's identity who I'm talking to. It changes. And that's very, nobody does that. Like, a lot of people are like doing it based on script, but the highest level results you can get is just having it dynamically change based on somebody's identity and mindset, and you're just addressing that as a undertone in the entire conversation. It's all you're working on, and that's, I'm gonna do that in a bit. But yeah. Any other questions? Okay, so that's one thing. So you're gonna have a whole set of new prices by the end of the day. And in my rule of thumb, if it doesn't scare you, you're not pricing it right enough. If you don't have people saying, Vicky, are you out of your mind? Then you're not. No one's gonna say that, but you want to price so high that your cheap customers are gonna be like, Vicky, we can't even do Facebook friends anymore. That's the kind of pricing you want. So difficult versus easy. So that's my mentality, is difficult versus easy. Like, business can be difficult or it can be easy. My mindset is always very easy. That's it. It's super easy if you choose to. Okay, that's one.
Did you ever sell any of these packages without doing calls? Like, can you just do it from a Facebook post, basically?
Yes, and it depends on the amount of trust that you build. So if you don't want to do calls, you have to spend a lot more time crafting the experience. So they trust you to a level where they're going to buy without a call. All the call does is relationship building. So if you don't want to do a call, or if you want to make it short, you have to spend a lot more time making sure their entire experience is amazing. Like, they're getting value, you're doing a lot of different things. It can be done. You've done it for a long time, but you just have to pick. Invest more in the marketing, or invest more in the call. So if you want less in the call, do more marketing, make it more of an experience. So a lot of it can be crafted like that. So again, it's going to boil down. We're talking about in a bit is figuring out what business model you want. You not even want to get on the phone. If you don't want to get on the phone, then don't get on the phone. Let's structure your business in a way where you don't have to get on the phone. But here's the thing: if you don't want to get on the phone, but you want to sell 10,000 or more, you can still do it. But the sales cycle is going to be longer. The phone speeds it up. If you don't want it, the trade-off is it's going to be a longer sales cycle, but it can still be done. So a lot of it changes depending on how you want to run your business. So a lot of it's just figuring out which one you're going to do.
And that's what happened when I had that group. He's like, you start operating, you're doing something else with upselling them. And I was like, oh, blah, 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 blah. And I did it, and it was like within 10 minutes, the guy was like, yeah. And I spoke to this individual months ago, and he didn't want to be private client or private,
coaching.
Yeah. And after that, he's like, yeah, I'll fly down. I'll give you a day. I'll do all these things, because at that point, we didn't have into really trusting me. This is from speaking all over terms here. Because what I came to understand was after he trusted me, I didn't have to sell as hard because he was already selling himself.
It was funny seeing that happen because I was actually, you didn't see it coming because she was like in the middle of a program, la 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 la, right? And I was like, you can sell somebody in the next hour with this. And back then she didn't even have a VIP date or anything or selling. She's like, she looked at me weird, like, I'm like, I'm serious. I mean, again, I was like, do an experiment. I was like, send this guy a Facebook chat. Just say this specific like 2 or 3 sentences or whatever. She's like, okay. She put it in like very, very specific. Like something, I forgot what it was. I think it was something along the lines of like, hey, like A, something, and then hey. Anyways, I thought you might be a good fit for a VIP day if you wanted to work on that on a more in-depth level. That's it. That's all she said. And all of a sudden it's like, yeah. Like the questions were, yeah, how does it look? When? And it was one of the things where it was ready to happen and there was no selling. Because it was like, seriously like a Facebook message. And they're ready to buy. So again, since she already had them at $500, the trust is there because she's delivering. It was like three weeks into the program. And a simple text saying, hey, we have this. I thought about you. They're like, sign me up. You know what I mean? So that's something that you can create, and that's one of the things that's an easy sell because they already trust you. So again, a lot of it is different. If you don't have them as a customer, and you want to just, for me, for example, like when I first started out, getting them as a customer at 500 and then selling them was too long a process for me. I was like, man, it takes them 3 weeks or a month to pay this. So when I was starting out, I was like, no, I'm just gonna get a webinar or a video or a post where I can get somebody on the phone with my team members, and they can get, instead of waiting 3 weeks, in an hour or two, they can buy.
Yeah.
That was the original model, but the thing is, it's not sustainable in terms of if that's your only business model. It's reliant on a person to close on the phone. If you look at a person, they go through different ranges of emotions. Someday they can sell, someday they don't feel like it. So you're pretty much basing your business on somebody, how they emotionally function that day. So for me, I'm like, that's too much of a risk. So we can have that, but let's add on a different program where it's passive and automated. And that's where you did that, and then that's the results are there. But I try and encourage you guys to have a majority of it. I'm going to talk about it in a bit. It's just a more balanced business model. But yeah, anytime that you're thinking about doing something, like for you specifically, I would do things that I wouldn't do things that you wouldn't like to do. So if you don't want getting on the phone, don't get on the phone. Or hire somebody to get on the phone.
Right. I'm just looking for different processes and
Yeah.
ways you can do it.
Yeah, do multiple, and then you don't have to be on the phone if you don't want to. Just hire somebody to do it. Pay them 10% or whatever, rev share. Well, I know a lot of people that do that. So just don't do it, because the thing is, if you do something that you hate doing, you build resentment towards it. It's not sustainable long term. You're gonna be like, first 30, 60 days, you're like, it's going good, but I hate doing it. So it kills the momentum. So for you, I would just advise to just don't even do things you hate in your business. Find somebody else to do it.
What you just said, man, I wish I found you 15 years ago. I'm dead serious. I don't know, why I didn't question that. Why am I doing stuff I don't like? I don't know. Total childhood stuff, upbringing, all that.
Sure.
I don't know, sure. So, I was going to ask you. So 497, that's kind of like a micro yes for a client that wants to ascend to higher levels.
Sure.
More in-depth access to you, more value that you can provide. But if you don't even offer that, then obviously you're not going to get it. So you're saying the upsell, you don't even have to have that trust there if they've already made that first 497 commitment.
Sure.
You just got to offer what they need to provide that value to get them to ascend up. Right?
Exactly. That's right. Spot on.
You're not waiting for it, but in fact, setting it up right away. Is that right?
Setting it up once you have, because I'm a big believer that when somebody pays you, you just have to have some sort of, you have to deliver the value. So, because the thing is, when somebody pays you, they're trying you out. Like, can I trust this person? Or am I getting results? Am I getting mindset shift that I need? They're basing that. So once you provide, show them what you can do for them, they're more likely to buy stuff. Okay,
So like that style of selling just to catch them off guard when you showed them that web page has got 3 packages. But when you did that, did you kind of pre-frame it a little bit because you already knew their buyer identity? So when you sent the page, were you just quiet, or were you like, okay, we've got 100K, but that's probably not for you?
what I do is, the way I describe the packages, here's exactly how I would do it. I would present the packages, it's an identity sales. So I'd be like, we have a platinum package here, and this is for the type of person that just wants to go all in. If you're not the type of person that just wants to do 50%, you just want to do all in, you want the best of the best, and you want to get there fast, this is it. This is the best that we have.
Right.
And the middle one is for the person they want to do that, but they're a little bit more conservative, but they don't want to go a little bit, they want to do middle effort, and
You're not really pushing them like, hey, this isn't for you?
I don't do that.
Gotcha.
No, I let them choose.
You're appealing to their individual styles, is that correct?
Yes, pretty much. I let them self-select. It depends. If I'm talking to, where's Alan? He disappeared. But I'm gonna go over this in the next. When I'm talking about selling, I look at people's profiles. So if he's a mismatcher like Alan, or if I say something like, hey, do this, he'll be like, no, screw you, I won't do this. Of course, I'll tell them differently. I'll be like, yeah, man, this $100,000 one, it's not for you. Sorry, but I would, but it's just not. And they'll be like, I want that. Again, it depends on. I'm gonna go over that. It depends on their psychological profile, how I'm gonna approach the sale.
Right.
But everything is custom. What I do is the wording and the approach changes depending on who I'm talking to.
For sure.
So that's for me, that's the best kind. There's no such thing as that's what the best salespeople do, or the best entrepreneurs is. A lot of the time when they're doing deals, it's never the same because it always changes depending on who they're talking to, and they're always customizing and shifting it. And that's what you get good at. So the first level is you're doing the script, and you're getting good at it. The second level is when it changes, the approach changes or the angles change depending on who you're talking to, because it's not about what you say now, it's about figuring out, okay, what's this person's background, what are their belief systems, what's their identity, and your entire pitch changes to match that.
Right.
And very few people know how to do that. So that's what I want to teach you guys here too, is both of them. How you can do both, because once you do both, that's when you get a lot of traction, pretty much.
Sweet. Thanks.
Okay, so any more questions? This? Pricing? Okay, so while we're in the issue of pricing, okay, whatever people say their budget is, isn't really their budget. How many people here, when someone says what their budget is, believes in it, for some reason? Or how do you say it in the past? Like, oh, they said because I have people that talk to you, they're like, yeah, man, I can't really sell a package because this person they don't have the financial resources, or they only have 5,000.
And then monthly to buy something really expensive.
I can tell you how many times I had a survey come in where people say their budget is $1,000 and they buy $25,000.
Wow.
Yes.
Kind of reverse one step. I saw this guy he wrote in the form. I think he said he was making 20K inside the wall. I think I saw this guy big ticket, and then turns out that at the end of the call, I asked him a question on a scale of 1 to 10. Where do you feel you're at right now? 8. Well, okay, that's awesome. So what makes you think you can? What's that? 2 more points you can get yourself to a 10, right? And then 5 minutes into the call, actually I don't really have the money.
Exactly.
Yeah. So like
I've had it before where people that say they have 500 or 1,000 budget,
but they don't have.
they pay 15, 20, or whatever. And a lot of it is, here's the thing. A lot of times, and this is why I had a lot of times people go to me and they start off with like, yeah, like in the past when I was experimenting with buyer psychology, I would go to somebody and I'd be like, what's your budget? Oh yeah, the most I can spend is $500. And I ignore what they say.
Yeah.
I know, and here's the reason why I ignore it because I know that the price changes depending on their emotional state and the value that you provide. Because the thing is, and people will get discouraged. They'll be like, oh, she only has 500, I won't even go through the process anymore. But the thing is, it's going through the process that gets them to say, all right, I'm ready, Vicky, to pay you 2,000. It's the process. The price changes depending on the process. That's the biggest thing. So I'd have a lot of people that'd be like, yeah, you know what, I only have 500 or 1,000, this is kind of like the budget, and like, you know, and our team goes over 20 minutes or 30 minutes with them, and afterwards like, you know what, yeah, I'll do the 10,000. But the thing is, how did that happen? What would have happened if the salesperson or the person that was talking to that person said, you know what, 500, yeah, we can give you a payment plan, 500, you want to spread it around, 2 years, like, we can do $500 a month, layaway program, you can get the coaching after you, like, it doesn't work. So the thing is, the mindset that you need to have is, here's the mindset, okay, is if your offer is valuable enough, people will find the money. That's the thing, that's the mindset that I come from, is like, if your offer is good enough, they will find the money. Money is never an issue. I'll give you an example. If your relative right now, where are you from originally?
Taiwan.
If you have a relative in Taiwan right now and said, Vicky, can you fly here in the next 4 hours? And it was like $4,000 or $5,000 to go there. And they're like, yeah, I just want you to go to this party. Can you fly here and, can you leave all of this event and fly down here $5,000? What would you say?
No.
No? No, right? Okay. Why would you say no? I'm just curious.
Because I don't talk to my relatives.
Okay. Awesome.
I mean, realistically, if they called,
Mhm.
I'd be like, well, why? And
So it's just a no. You're just being polite, but it's just no.
yeah.
Okay. Right, so that's her answer is no. And a lot of people look at that answer and be like, there's no way that he's going to go to Taiwan and, get it today. She's just not going to, it's impossible. And once you believe that it's not possible, it becomes not possible at all. She won't do it. If you won't believe that she won't do it, how the heck are you going to have her believe that she can do it? Okay? So my belief is there's always a way. Always. So what if your relative called you up and said, Vicky, like, I went to one of our properties, I dug up, and there's $30 million worth of treasure in here that I just found. Okay? I'm willing to split it with you, I just need you to help me carry it. I'll give you half of it. Can you be here in 4 hours?
Sure.
One moment she was not. It was like instant no, and next is instant sure. Value. Exactly. So that's that's the way I think is if you provide enough value and if it's in the right context and you create enough trust, like believability, there's no everyone will go to your price point. But the thing is you have to believe it first. It doesn't happen. It wouldn't have happened any other way. It wouldn't. If I said, Vicky, come over here. If you're like, Vicky, we haven't hung out in a long time, and can you fly here? And it's just the whole Asian deal. Come on, we're relatives. You just have to. It's happens in for forever. We're not gonna last that long. Whatever deal, you're gonna probably be like, no, it's gonna be hard. And that's what people do. They try to reason and logic instead of just like come up with a great value, make it so irresistible that they're gonna be like, wow, I'd be stupid to not even do that. And you create that instant yes. And that's what I want you guys to shift to is that mentality of like, there's always a way. You just have to be resourceful enough in creating the value for people.
So I had something to add to that, like the case study isn't long enough to be like, okay, this is 100% absolute, but if you think about anyone who does like a strategy session, like an application for it, the very last question, for the most part, is how much do you have to invest? So they see that and it's kind of like taken away from them, like, okay, what will I lose kind of thing. So for a physical training client of mine, we changed that last question to how ready on a scale from 1 to 10 are you to invest in your transformation? Not asking actual money, but making more about them, start getting more applications just from that one change.
So you're basically asking on a scale of 1 to 10, how ready are you to invest, is it?
Yes, but not asking how much money. Yes, and it's more about them.
It's not about you at all.
Exactly, it's not, because like, we've all seen the strategy session pages or the application pages saying like, okay, if I say 5,000, he's going to try to close me for 5,000. But if it's like, how ready are you? Like, okay, that's about me.
Something that you're changing the currency.
Okay, let's just say you're asking me how ready are you to invest, and I just say, I'll just say 7, right? What are you going to say next?
How ready? No, I wasn't asking money at all. It's 3 questions. Like, not ready on the fence, ready.
Okay, so, but what would you say next? Okay, let's just say, how ready are you done? Say like on a scale of 1 to 10, then how would you move on from there?
Oh, it's on the questionnaire, right?
Yeah.
Survey.
So it's a questionnaire. All right.
Yeah, I'm just saying if you guys are doing
So on the survey, I'm not on the call, right?
No, this is on the call.
Oh, right,
Sorry. That's just a brilliant way of doing it too.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Because what ends up happening is you have a filtering system.
Right.
A client comes in and you see that they're a 9 or a 10 or 6 or 7. Who are you gonna call first? 9 or a 10.
And you get on the phone and you know their calls and their pain points already, so you know how you're going to sell them before you get on the phone. Or you just,
So that's a good smart way. I would plan for figuring out who to prioritize to call first.
Right.
The 10s, you call first, and then the 9s, and then 6 or 7s, depending on who you are, you might as well call them back.
Right.
Because they're like, I don't want to work with people that just are not ready. I just don't have the time.
Yeah, other than it hurts when you're saying like I've sold clients for 25K who say because I think I've got like 300 leads who I've thrown away who said I've only got up to $1,000 budget because I thought, oh, they're not for me. So it just hurts.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over like how you when it comes to the sales part of it, is exactly how to make the offer so irresistible that they will find the money to do it. And the thing is, you have to do it ethically. Like, if you don't think your service or you can deliver the results, then I wouldn't do it. But if you figure out that, you can deliver the results and it will change their lives, then it becomes a moral obligation, responsibility for you to sell them that.
Yeah.
You have to. There's no walking away from that. So the price, definitely one thing. Another thing that, another mindset that I have is collapsing time frames. I learned from one of my colleagues, friends, that in this industry, people were making $10,000 to $100,000 a month. That was the highest one, and he was the only one in the industry that was making like 1.5 million a month. So he was making 10 times the industry average. And I knew a lot of it was the mindset. So and I was like, observing how he did things and learning the mental model. I was like, ask myself, what's this person's model of the world? Because if I learned their model of the world, I don't even have to worry about techniques. It will just take care of itself. But if I learn the techniques without their model, like, it's going to be very hard because I'm going to be doing things, but then mentally there's a conflict, so it won't really work. So the most important thing was the mental model of the world they have. And this person's mental model was collapsing time frames, and I was like, okay. And as I learned more, I was like, what does that even mean? And he says it's simple. Figure out, like, let's say you want to get a result, 9 days, right? Figure out the amount of activity that is going to take to get that result in 90 days. Because whatever result that is, there's a certain amount of activity that's associated with it. Figure out the activity and do it all in 7 days, 14 days. Or if you want to look at what it takes to make, like, 100,000, or let's say your goal is $100,000 a month. Like, look at that, or the goal, let's say you want to make $2 million a year, for example. And it's 12 months. Figuring out what are the activities that you need to do to get there, how many, whether it's webinar, launches, calls, whatever that is, and do all of them in 30 days. Just say, I'm going to go for a sprint. I'm going to build momentum, I'm going to go for a sprint. I'm just going to get it out of the way. I'm going to outwork everybody in the next 30 days and build momentum. And his analogy was pretty interesting, because a plane taking off, like, you can't take off in a plane like you're doing 30 or 20 miles, 20% of the speed limit it takes to take off. You're gonna get out of the runway and hit something. You're not gonna take off. He goes, you gotta go 100%, short amount, momentum, movement, and then take off. And a lot of people, they're building their business where they're like, you know what, I'm just gonna go slow and steady, like a snail. And that's one of the things that we taught society is like slow and steady, like, build slow, build stable, like, make sure you have all your ducks in a row. And that mentality, it pretty much crushes us. And if you look at the top business people, like, whether it's the Facebook guys that build it and, like, they did, like, billions and billions and billions, and it took them, what, a short amount of time. Because they just ran with it full force. And a lot of it is momentum based. And that's what I would encourage you guys to do is make a commitment that you will do in the next 30 days, or will normally take you guys 6 months to a year. It's not about, like, if you want the results, about getting a lot more work done in a shorter amount of time and just running with it full force, 100%. If you guys do that, like, you'd be surprised with the results. And that's what I would recommend. It's easier to build this fast than it is slow. Slow is the worst way you can do this in. Like, 3-month plan, no, 7-day to 30-day plan. Get it done the momentum time and just do it. And that's my mentality. And a lot of people that I know that are super successful, that's what they do. Is they just go ahead and just do what takes 6 months to a year in 30 days. And they just, like, that 30 days, like, you're not comfortable. You're working 12 to 18 hours doing the right activities. That's the key. And we're going to go over that too, is what are the activities? Because if you look at your days right now, there's going to be 1 or 2 activities that brings in all the money. And the rest don't. So I'm going to ask around here just to get a feel. What are the activities in the day that when you do them, every time you do them, it brings in the money?
Get on the phone and close it, talk to them.
Get on the phone, what else? Anybody?
Send an email.
Send an email, what else?
Email.
Email.
That's great.
Okay.
Webinar.
Webinar, right? So a lot of it is like spending 80% of your time on the things that make money. That's the 80-20 rule that I did before. A lot of times people spend 80% of their time on things that don't make money. Hey, let me comment on someone's Facebook. Let me let me read an ebook. Let me go through a course. Like, a lot of stuff during that time is the 30 days is just doing the things that make the money. Spending 60 to 80% of your time on that, and that's it. And going for that commitment of just doing that. And we're gonna go over those activities because there's like 2 people have 1 or 2 they do, but there's like 3 to 5 main areas that if you focus on them, all they do is produce revenue. And when you're working in that zone, or you're only working with the highest leverage activities, like, you can't go wrong with that. So we're gonna go over that as well. So collapsing time frames is just realizing that whatever you guys want to achieve, income-wise, you guys can do it in the next 30 days, 7 to 30 days. It's not gonna take you guys a year or 2 years, 7 to 30 days. Heck, you can even do it while you're in the workshop. I've seen it happen to a lot of people. It's funny. The funny story was with Gerald. I remember because he's not here, but he was in the last workshop, and his story was pretty crazy. Because when I first met him, he was making $2 grand a month. The first 30 days, he made 50 grand a month. So for him, it was just like a big shock. And I was proud of him because a lot of times people that make a big amount of money, and I'm guilty of this, they kind of get a little bit lazy, or not lazy is the term, but they relax a little bit because in their mind they're like, I reached it, or they're like, this happened too fast, I gotta slow it down. So they got mental breaks. But Gerald was like, and he started having this. I'm like, no, dude, we gotta push through. So I was like, the goal in the second month would be 100,000. He's like, oh man, really? I'm excited. Is it possible? So I was like, yeah, no, really, but is it possible? So I was like, come to the workshop. So we came to the workshop, and the workshop was, I think, 2nd or 3rd week of the month. And at that time, he had very little sales, and he was like, man, it's too late in the month to get my goal. I mean, it's already at the end of the month. I mean, I only have a week and a half left. and I only have like less than 5,000 in sales. So I'm like, so I work with him a lot on the belief and the execution and stuff like that. And in 9 days, he pulled 105,000. Like, and then he relaxed again. So, and this is the thing that happens is that we have this. This is a pattern for us. It's like, especially if you're not making a lot of money, is you have spikes and then you relax. You have spikes and then you relax. You have spikes and then you relax. And the goal is to be able to celebrate it when you do, but shorten the time when you're not even shorten the time when you're not doing anything. For a lot of times, like, you guys are breaking momentum and stuff like that. So it's one of the things where a lot of this is just collapsing the time frame. Being able to do that, you get your result, you celebrate for a day or two, whatever it is, and then you get back and staying hungry is a big thing. Staying hungry and being able to just keep momentum moving forward and stuff. So collapsing time frame is going to be a big thing for everybody here. It's just pretty much, I believe that you guys can get to your goal. If you really try it and you believe it, you guys can get to your goal, whatever it is. I don't care how crazy it is. I've seen the craziest. In a day or before you leave, you can hit whatever that goal is you have. Here, okay, and I'm going to give you guys the tools to be able to do that. Another thing here that I want to, this one is a big one too, is really big one here. Is a mindset of deserving versus self-appointment. Huge, big one for me. And the thing is, a lot of the times we're in a society where we think we have to be we're taught that we have to climb the ladder, be certified, and someone has to tell you, hey, Vicky, I'm gonna certify you. You can now be a life coach. You can now have the permission to charge $120 an hour. But we grew up in a society where someone has to give us permission to do it. And if we don't, we just don't. We just say, oh yeah, I can't because I gotta. And that's the thing. The people are like, yeah, I can't sell this, or I can't do this, or I can't launch because I don't have the degree, or I don't have the certification, or I don't have the experience. All the BS. And the reality is there's only one thing that makes you qualify is can you deliver the results. If you can, then you have to do it. That's all. Can you deliver the results? If you can deliver the results, that's all you need. Period. That's all it is. That's all that makes you qualified is can you deliver the actual results. And if you think about it, think about people that are people that are successful, or people that are successful actors, even let's look at people that run for presidents, right? Do you think somebody told them, hey, you know what, Donald, you can run, I give you permission to run for president? Whoever it is, do you think someone had to sit them down and they'd be like, okay, I feel worthy now, I'm gonna run for president? No, one day they're like, you know what, I'm gonna run for president, I'm gonna self-appoint myself, I don't care. People say no, I'm just gonna do it. And it's the principle of self-appointment. So for me, when I was raising my prices, I wasn't like, man, no one has self-appointed me, no one's giving me permission, or should I ask my colleague, hey, do you think I should do this? No, I'm like, just gonna do it. And a lot of the times that's the biggest mental block, is people don't think they can do it. What's the reasoning that you guys have normally that stops you guys from selling something? I'm curious. What's stopping you guys from selling something that's $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 today? Why wouldn't you sell it? It's $3,000, $5,000 today. I'm just curious.
My self-doubt.
Would there be a certain reasoning? Like, I'm not ready, am I good? Like,
Yeah.
What is it? Like,
Not certified.
not certified, what else?
Something different than I've done in the past.
Okay. How many in this room that are making money are not certified? Okay. Okay. Just wanted to get yeah, certification is not, I would create a program on certifying somebody. I would never be certified. Think about it. Yeah. People that are certifying people, who certified them? Think about it. People that created, whether it's NLP or any field, who certified them? You're thinking, why, they certify themselves, they're certifying everybody else. So that's the mindset. Instead of you being certified, you're the one certifying people. That's the mindset that I've learned. It's either you're the one climbing somebody's ladder, or you're the one putting a ladder for somebody to climb on. So that's another mental shift. Is you just have to change your model of how you win. Make sense? What would be the reason why you wouldn't sell something that's a high level right now?
Just getting leads. Getting leads.
Getting leads? So more of a skill, technical,
Yes.
getting leads. Okay.
I would do it if I had people to do it too.
You would if you had people to do it? You would?
Yes.
Okay. How long do you think it takes to get leads that are qualified?
I don't know, but I'm not doing it effectively right now, so.
People that are getting leads here, how fast you guys get leads? I'm just curious.
Just add as well.
Within minutes or hours?
Just how many leads do you want, how
In
you do it, minutes.
minutes?
You just gotta put out an offer, and there you got leads.
Start a Facebook ad, 5 minutes.
Take a picture back, right? So, that sounds awesome, but, I put out my Facebook ad for seminars or whatever, and nothing happens.
A lot of it is going to be just a format fit, and we're going to go over it this week.
Okay, cool.
It's exactly because you can get leads, but you want the quality leads. A lot of it's going to be, I want to show you that it can be done, and it can be done in minutes or hours. Minutes if you're being you're good at it, but hours you can do it. So it's
And I believe that. I know that happens. So again, that's why
I'm excited. Leads, good. It's going to be one of the things that we're going to do. I'm trying to think. AJ, what about you? Why wouldn't you sell something for 5, 10, or whatever price point? Yes, exactly. There you go.
In fact, I have on my list waiting clients if I need here, so yes.
Oh, perfect. I know who's going to be your accountability buddy. I'm gonna tilt the game to your favor. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Can I answer this question though?
Sure.
I wouldn't sell it because I'm not sure I can deliver what I'm promising, because I don't have a track record.
Well, that kind of can relate to that as well.
Don't have a track record.
No, not having a track record. Let's say, for example, okay, I do online product launches. I'm confident with that.
Sure.
But here's the thing. I don't have to.
How do you learn how to drive, by the way?
Practice?
Did you have a track record?
No.
Someone really wants to
You should have.
why.
The thing is, I personally am gonna be lovingly calling you out on being a hypocrite a little bit.
Yeah.
Because you drove without a track record, so you have to redo that whole thing again.
Oh,
Like, you shouldn't be driving now. No, and I'm pointing it out in a loving way because here's the thing, okay? The mindset that you have, you do it in some areas you ignore it.
Right.
You can ignore it. And that's what I want you to do is realize that you have the power to break your own rules if you wanted to. Because not telling you you've never done it in the past, but you've done it several times and you're kind of good at it. You've done a lot of things right now without track record.
True.
Exactly. So
Because you broke through that with me too, because I've never done this, and something that helped me a lot was when I look back at how many people I helped and not charged, my friends, my family, and everything, like, I've been doing this for so long, there wasn't a value exchange, which is when we get great, right? And that helped me kind of shift a little bit of the mindset that I'm fully qualified to do this. And also, you have a network of other people all around you, so if there's times where I'm like, I think I can help this person, then I'll reach out to someone that I know is qualified, and hey, I need some help, I need your advice. What's the best way to go about this? So I have means of learning how to overcome that, because that can happen sometimes, but it doesn't mean that you're failing, it doesn't mean that you don't know what you're doing.
right, and that's the thing. I want you to realize that a lot of the things that you're doing, that you have a lot of the whatever it takes for you to succeed. You already have a lot of the resources already in you. You're already there. I'm not teaching you anything new. I'm just teaching you how to have control of what you already know how to do and direct it the right way. That's all it is. I'm not teaching anything new. You already have everything within you, skill-wise. You know what I mean? Here, to give you an example. Have you ever bargain shop?
Yeah.
Really?
I'm Asian.
Do you ever successfully get a good discount?
Absolutely. I always win.
So how many people do you think right now that she can sell based on what she just said? How many people think that she can sell because she can get a good discount? Easily. How do you sell? How do you get a discount? I'm curious. Do you do the walk away? I'm like, yes. I don't know. How do you do it?
Yeah, I have a number in my head. There's a what do you call it? Threshold.
Okay.
If it's not hit, then forget it.
How do you
I'm not
know?
attached to the outcome.
Okay.
So then I can just walk.
So how many of you guys think that if she applied that to her sales business right now, she would actually get sales? If she actually was like, you know what? I'm gonna walk away. If you have that mentality, because the thing is, I don't teach you how to. All I have to tell you is, look, whatever you do for getting discounts, apply that mentality to getting sales. That's all you have to do. It's no new skill. It's already inside.
That's awesome.
You know. And that's the thing is, like, a lot of times when you realize that, now all of a sudden she's not even thinking of what skills do I have to learn to do this. Now with that realization, you can get on the phone.
Now
in 30
I'm like,
seconds.
they are in trouble, man.
Exactly. And that's the kind of thing, like, you can get her, like, 30 seconds ago she couldn't get on the phone and do this. Now she can get on the phone and sell, but it wasn't even a technique at all. What was it? It was a belief system. And the belief is you already have the skill of what it takes for you to get the desired result that you want. It's an identity shift. Instead of being like, man, I'm not good at selling people. Oh my God, I'm good at, like, I can sell myself and do anything because I get discounts all the time. And that's, again, powerful skill. And do what works in that situation in your sales. Like, take away, your price, you have a threshold, that's it. Exactly what it is. And that's the missing piece to getting the deal for you in your situation. If you implement that, I promise you, you're going to get sales. People are going to be hiding from you. I want to talk to you because I'm going to buy. That's what it is. They're going to be like, they're going to be scared. They're going to be scared because they know. But when they talk to you, they're like, wow, I'm not even going to argue with her. I'm just going to do it. You got to talk about with Vicky. I'm going to save you the argument. Here's my visa. So that's, again, a lot of that is like minor stuff that makes all the difference. So, okay. So even that, is fast. Think about it. This is a framework for you. It didn't take you a month or a year, 30 seconds or a minute to make that distinction and realize that and make a decision. Oh yeah, that's all it took. And I'm betting you're going to get sales in 3 days. I'm putting money on it. You will. With just that change.
Well, to say about one of actually a few minutes ago, the track record, we were talking about the track record. I can relate to that, giving things away for free. When you give it for free, and I'm saying there's no value exchange, there's no point of keeping track. And so, although it was for free, you weren't keeping track, there's actually a massive track record. Now that was brought up, it just kind of, light bulb kind of went off my head, like, yeah, I've been doing this the entire time. But because there was no value exchange, I wasn't jotting it down, there was nothing to account for.
Or even the other way around, when I'm charging 5K and people don't take action with it because I say, okay, you can do it, you can take however long you want to take with it.
Right.
Then it's the other way around. So, yeah, that's also, so it doesn't matter. You don't have to have the track record. Yeah.
And the track record, you can build the track record.
And I drove without a license.
Another thing that I have is everything's a skill set. Everything is a skill set. Is a skill set. That's one of the systems. And skill sets, another thing. How long do you think it takes for you to become an expert on a skill or expert in general? I'm kind of curious now. How long? Quick answer.
Are you saying personally or?
Personally, depends on the talk.
How many hours? Hours, days, days, or months? Years?
Hours.
10,000 hours.
$1,000 hours?
Year? A year what?
Years.
Years?
Depends. I mean, if it's fitness,
Come on,
you
you-
can
you-
do 1 hour, then like, where are the muscles coming from? Depends on your heart rate, I look like shit, you know?
Yeah.
So it depends. Could be 30 days.
It'd be 30
It
days.
depends on what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Actually, years?
I'm not thinking time taking experiences.
Okay.
That's it.
Right away, because like the whole money thing, for example, I'm not an expert on the artist.
Yes, you are.
I took about 30 minutes, I read
Yeah.
something, it was very valuable, I highlighted what I thought valuable to others in order to sell it. But I'm not an expert. Other than that.
By the way,
I'm
so
a part of the
Mark,
cultivation process, all
I'll
I
take-
know is that the results
Mhm.
speak for themselves, and I know enough, and I speak with enough passion about it, that you feel stupid not to buy it.
exactly.
Yeah.
Donna.
Yeah, actually, agree with everything you said.
Okay, before we go here, whatever your answers were, you can't change them. You gotta say, you can't
No, no, I
say
want to take out, I was actually going to say.
Okay.
Because I learned from Evan Payton, which I didn't realize you actually went through his program.
Yeah.
About 20 years ago. He was saying, change is, you have to action, so it's instant.
Gotcha.
So like when we get a car crash, you're never going to do that again.
Gotcha.
As long as it wants to.
I think it's completely, you convince a client, you're the expert.
Exactly.
That's what I was going to say.
So, sorry, I missed it. What did you say?
As quickly as you can convince a client, you're the expert.
Right.
Exactly.
I was just gonna say a few hours.
You changed your answer.
No, I swear I didn't.
She changed. She has the
No,
answer to the mindset.
see, the thing is, I have told people, you're an expert if you're 2 steps ahead of your client.
Exactly.
Yeah, it depends on who you're talking. That was like, if I'm talking to someone who knows less about that subject than I do, then I'm the expert.
You,
So that's, but if it's someone who knows more about it, then I wouldn't be the expert.
to give them the solution. Give them the solution. You know, how many people, I'm going to address Jeff here for a minute. How many personal trainers do you know that are out of shape that have clients?
It's a sin, yeah.
Exactly. So the thing is, there are people that are good at getting other people results, but they can't do it for themselves, but they're good at getting other people results. So if you come from that mindset, I have one of the guys that I know is in the restaurant marketing business. Actually, restaurant marketing business and also dental marketing. He sells dental marketing systems to dentists and restaurant marketing systems to restaurant owners. They both are not dentists and they don't own a restaurant. And the thing is, you don't have to be a product of the product.
Right.
If that is, then like think about dog food.
Yeah.
In dog food business, you're not like, ooh, it's yummy, I am so build that, and you're like, this. You don't have to be. So
There are actually people who taste that shit.
yeah,
You get paid for it.
you can taste that, it's pretty good, high quality,
Yeah, I guess I was just thinking, okay, can be an expert in their mind and in your mind as well.
Another way you can become an expert is if you can create a transformation mindset-wise within a second. If you can create that shit. And the thing is, people are asking, not even as you're an expert, they're asking is, can this person help me? Can this person give me the desired results? So if your interaction with them is 5 minutes, 10 minutes, but you're able to say something that shifts their mindset or a technique or something that just go, oh wow, automatically you're an expert in their eyes. Automatically. So I just wanted to drive that.
Oh, no, it's good, yeah.
And the reason why is because it's mindsets like that that slow us down.
Right.
That it's like, oh, I need to be there first before I can. So once you realize that you don't, all it takes, for me, it takes an hour or two. Like if I don't know anything about and that's the best way I do it. Is like, let's say I don't know anything about flipping businesses and selling websites and stuff. I would talk to Greg for about an hour and a half. I would get the language, the lingo, get the confidence. I'll know a little bit of the deal points, and I'll go around and I'm gonna sell someone Vicky on, hey, Vicky, here's how we can flip a website, and I'm just gonna practice the confidence, and she'll probably be interested in it. Because for me, it's about I need to know enough to educate somebody, and you can tell. That's it. That's all it is. Because expert status is all of it is being you knowing more than the other person knows. And the thing is, if I'm not an expert at it, I don't have to be, because I can work with people that can deliver. I don't need to be the expert in everything that I sell.
Right.
If I can't, like Manny said, I can just have the resources around me that can. That's all it is. So how fast can you guys have the resources around you that can? You know what I mean? Like I don't want to. You think about it. I don't want to have to fix my own car. I would have to, bring it to somebody that can change the oil in the car. I don't have to be an expert at it. I know somebody that can. If I want to be a business owner, I'm just going to sell oil change services and outsource it. So a lot of the times it happens steep. You don't have to be the expert. You just have to have associations with people who are, be able to tap into them, and that can happen within minutes. So
Okay,
again,
so if I ever have a question, guys, I need you to answer right away.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Vicky.
Yes. Yes, exactly. So everything's a skill set. You can be an expert fast. Again, big mindset shift. Huge. So for example, I'm going to give you if Heather thinks it takes years to become an expert, and she wants to get into the honey business, right? She wants to sell raw honey. And Adif here thinks it takes 30 minutes to become an expert. Who do you think is going to be successful faster? What do you guys think?
Don't get it there.
Adif? Is it because of the ability or is it because of belief? So again, a lot of this stuff is changing your the mental model of the world of how fast things can be done. You know what I mean? It's can be done extremely fast, and success is easier done faster, honestly. Like done slow, done medium, done fast. Like fast is the only way to go when it comes to doing it, because when you do it fast, you're like, it builds everything else up. So like, that's my reality, and can be yours. A lot of these, you have to realize that you have to start thinking in a different way, and everything will start happening. Like it will start realigning itself and stuff, right? So that's another one. And then another thing that I've learned is speed of implementation. This is huge. Like I train myself, whenever I have an idea that I want to do, within an hour or two, I'm doing something to actively get the result already. I don't wait. 24 hours for me is too long. And it's funny because I learned this a long time ago. I was actually in Evan's seminar, and he was talking about that he studied 50 people that were millionaires, and he was like studying what did they all have in common. Millionaires who were successful in their people who were just fulfilled. What did they all have in common? And they all had speed of implementation. It was the one thing they have in common. Speed of action is the amount of time it took for them to take action when they had an inspiration or that idea.
I think the number was 8 to 24 seconds. Is that right?
Normally it's 24 hours. The top CEOs in the world, they're trying to make $1 million or $1 billion decisions within 30 seconds a minute. They're like, 30 seconds, you gotta make a decision. And if you think about it, like it's funny, Greg, a mutual friend, called, like, talking to him about this stuff. I mean, the most successful people that you see out there, like a lot of people, it takes a long time for them to make one decision. So for example, like, I remember in the past, like, to make a $2,000 decision, I would be like, man, I gotta think about this, I gotta consult, or whatever. I mean, now, like, there's some days where some of our marketing spend $30,000 a day. I feel the cringe, and I just do it. I just train myself to just do it. And the thing is, I have several of those big decisions I do every single day, and I've gotten good at making decisions quickly. Instead of it being like, okay, let me wait for a week to sit it out. And once you make a decision, you make the result, you make money. So why not do a lot of them throughout the day and just train yourself to be like, okay, I'll do it. And if you can train yourself to do that, that's it. And that's what Calm does. Is like the whole. And Calm is a friend. He's like worth like 600 million. And I've actually had him in the 30. He's like 33. 34. Yeah, and he stayed at the mansion the last time we did this like 2 events ago, and I was with him for 5 days. And this guy, like, sleeps like 4 hours in a night, like awake the whole time. He's just like really like a workhorse and stuff. And I watched him throughout the day, and he's like, okay, yeah, I'll do that. And throughout his day, he's just doing a lot of these tough decisions that would normally take somebody weeks to think about. He's just doing it every 10, 20 minutes. He's just because he knows that in order to get there to where you want, it's a series of difficult decisions. And what stops people from getting there is they have one decision, and it takes them a long time to make it, and then not doing it. So if the path to success is 30 difficult decisions, why not get them all done?
So do you use your intuition to decide?
Yes. So for example, natural state. So for Calm, for example, what he does is he does a quick, if it's a hard decision, like a really tough one, he takes a cold shower for 30 seconds, like really, really cold, and then immediate impulse, he makes a decision of what he wants to do. Because you gotta be in your natural state without any fear or biases and stuff like that. So for me, you gotta figure out what is it for you? What is the state that will snap you out of any kind of fear or anxiety? It will get you to a place where you can make quick decisions unbiased from your gut. So it might be for him, it's like a quick 30-second cold shower, and then afterwards he has to make a decision within 5 seconds. Yes or no. So it's purely from, you're not even thinking, it's purely like intuition, gut-based. You have no time to think. You're like, okay, let me make a decision and whatnot. So again, a lot of this is training yourselves to make decisions quickly. That's the big thing. So speed of implementation is huge. Okay? And for me, another thing that was really, really big for me is, for me, I try to master things. Like, I'm not a big fan of waiting. I want to master things fast. So for me, like, it's I'll give you guys immersion, the formula that I personally use. Immersion, community, consistency, and feedback. So that's what I do. That's why I created these mastermind events. Like, a lot of this, what I'm doing now, is kind of like reverse engineering what worked for me in the past. Because I remember in 2007, I wanted to be a millionaire so bad. Man, I just need to break that. I just need to break that. So for me, I realized that we are who we hang around with. Period. Rather than having books, I wanted friends. And I also learned that immersion is the fastest way to learn something. Like, I remember, like, back in, before I dropped out of college, like, I was studying Spanish for like 4 semesters, 2 years, and I'm like. And then one time I went to Guatemala for about 2 weeks, and I learned more in 2 weeks than I did in the 4 semesters. Because I was like, everything around me was the language, so I had no choice but to perform. And I took that mentality to immersion. So, 2007, I made friends with 50 millionaires, and that became my environment. Like, it was a lot of hard work to do that, but I did it. Talk to them, hang around. Like, I would get feedback, and that's what crafted my results. It wasn't a lot of it was just that. It was just learning from people that have been there, and having the environment so important. So for me, that's what I did. Is when I do something, like anything I want to learn, whether it's health, relationships, spirituality, I make sure that I have, if I'm looking from a 12-month standpoint, it's full immersion. That means I gotta be able to be around the right kind of people quarterly. That's what I do. For anything I want to master, it's like quarterly I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there and I'm gonna just absorb the information, because that's why a lot of companies, they do a lot of like quarterly business plans. They meet every single quarter and they reassess and they do it. If you look at other big companies like for example, if you look at network marketing companies, MLM companies, they study how do they do it. They have events every 90 days, and it gives people the momentum, and it's the momentum that fuels them forward for the next 90 days and stuff. So for me, I know that about myself, so the way I did it was immersion is a big one. Community is a big one. Is if you guys knew that your income is going to be, or your success is going to be the average of the 5 closest friends that you surround yourself with, then being in a community of people that are like-minded, you have no other choice. You leave yourself, you guarantee you're going to succeed, because you just, everywhere you look, people are transforming, shifting, growing, that you have and you have people that are, like, your level a little bit lower and then higher, you leave yourself no other choice but to elevate up. So for me, I used a lot of that to my advantage. Okay, I gotta build a community around me, because that's the only way I can guarantee that I will actually continuously evolve. And then feedback is another big thing too. It's like a lot of times when you were just studying a course online, you're reading a book, there's no feedback. So you're doing something, you're like, I have a question, there's a fork in the road, where do I go? And since you have no feedback, you're like, well, let me try this, and then, or I don't know if I'm seeing, so you get so pulled in so many different directions, next thing you know, you're like, I'm just lost, I'm just gonna stop and do another thing. So feedback for me was very, very important. Having somebody tell you, hey, this is what you gotta do, you know what, change this, or Vicky, change this mindset, or this technique, and whatnot. So I want you guys to, when you're learning stuff, is to implement as many of this as possible, because the thing is, it shouldn't take a year, 3, 5, or 10 years to get where you want. It can be done in 90 days, it can be done short, if you guys speed it up. So immersion is a big thing.